Hey, brochachos, it's Ashley, host of Ham Radio Podcast, a Stranger Things podcast here with a special video presentation here on our YouTube channel. And today I will be going through the various production stills that were released for Stranger Things 4 a few days ago, last week. And there are 12 of them, so I'm going to go ahead and get into them. So first, we have one with Lucas, Dustin, Erica, and Max. I don't really know where they are exactly, though it does look like they are in a room, like someone's bedroom. I've seen various places like Twitter and Reddit. Some speculation is Mike's basement, but if you'll notice in the right hand corner, looks like a welcome mat and a door like to the outside. And my when I watch Stranger Things, I've never seen that in Mike's basement, so I assume that they were at um, in someone's house. It could be the Wheelers' house, but we just don't really know. But the thing about this one is Dustin seems to be there. He is like pulling on a makeshift rope that you can tell they made out of bed sheets. They are standing on top of a bed, looking up at something. It seems like they are testing out something, though I don't really know what exactly it is. Um, though Max looks like she's not very sure about it. But Dustin, I can definitely tell this is Dustin's idea, whatever it is. Next, we have one from the California gang. We have 11, Will, Mike, Jonathan, and one of our new characters, Argyle. And this is obviously from the roller rink scene that we got a little glimpse of in the California teaser. And you can definitely tell that they have probably just gotten back from the roller rink, because if you will notice on 11's dress or cardigan, there seems to be like a Coke stain, like maybe someone, she spilled some Coke on herself, or maybe someone threw it at her. I don't know. But they are definitely in the buyer's new home, as you can tell by the background there. It looks like maybe the living room. But just notice like the way they're looking. This is obviously in this scene, or excuse me, this still, I see this as being 11 looking at an adversary of hers, just by the expressions of the others. Like Argyle's like, what? And Jonathan is definitely high. He seems more amused than anything. Will's just like, okay. And Mike's just like, what the heck? But 11, and this is Millie Bobby Brown does such a good job with this. I think that's one of the things that makes her so ideal for the character of 11, is her ability to make out these facial expressions. And that's why, 11 doesn't need a lot of lines in this show to pull off the magnitude of her character, because her facial expressions. So I definitely know, I don't know who they're looking at, but I can definitely tell it is an adversary of 11's. Maybe someone they ran into, had some altercation with or something at the roller rink, or the police. I don't know at this point. So it'll be very interesting to see that play out in season 4. Next, now this is a very cool shot. I like this shot. You have Steve, a new character named Eddie Munson. He's going to be the president of the Hellfire Club. Nancy and Robin. I think they are in the Upside Down in this still. I have heard it said or theorized that it's just them at nighttime, but no, I don't. If you'll notice, the hue is very blue, which we know that is the Upside Down. And Robin and Nancy, especially Nancy, look extremely terrified, and they look like, especially from Steve's expression, you can tell like they've been running because he looks like he's taking a moment to breathe. And Eddie's just he looks so like awestruck. Of course, he's the new guy, so he's got a lot to learn. But also from Robin's expression, I see one of, oh man, you know. But if you look closer at Steve's neck, it looks like maybe like he got cut on the neck or something squeezed his neck. So definitely they have they've gone through the ringer so far. Depending on whenever this still what part it comes from, like part 1 or part 2. Next, we have the boys, the McCallie gang. We have Argyle, Will, Mike, and Jonathan. And what I like about this shot is, okay, number one, Mike is at the forefront. So we know that he is going to be the leader of this group this season. And if you'll notice, behind Will, this pennant behind Will, that is a Brigham Young, or also known as BYU pennant. And BYU is a Mormon university in Utah. And guess who also lives in Utah? Susie, yes. I think it has all but been kind of like non-officially confirmed, but there's a lot of belief out there, which I'm part of this belief, that they are in fact in Susie's house in Utah. You can also see right here in the right hand corner a ham radio. Probably the same one she used to contact Dustin. So the expressions here, the Argyle, Will, and Jonathan look very perplexed. And Mike is just standing up like he's looking like just cut the crap. And there's no telling what Susie has asked of them to do in order to get what they want. Speaking of which, what is it that they do want? Well, I think obviously they're trying to get to 11, or maybe they already have rescued her or something, and they're trying to get back to Hawkins. And of course, this is the day before cell phones, and maybe they know that the government is after them or something, so they don't want their calls to be traced or anything. So probably they want to use the ham radio to get into touch with Dustin or someone back in Hawkins. But I really like Mike here. I'm so excited for Mike this season. I think it's some real redemption for him after what they did to him in season 3. Next, we have Joyce and Murray. I think this is after they get to Kamchatka, Russia. And you notice behind them, it looks like their plane has crashed. I don't know why. And also, considering that it did crash, that they've only managed to make it out with minor cuts and bruises. But other than that, they don't really. There's nothing much going on here. I assume they're just looking like trying to find their way around the place. So, and then we have Mike, Elle, and Will. Looks like, I think this is obviously in the roller rink. And you can also tell a little bit right here. There's that Coke spill stain. So I'm thinking something happened right before this, but the looks on their faces are just, it's really hard to make out. Right? Is there something bad that happened, or are they just looking at like a arcade game or something? I mean, it's really hard to tell because Will, he looks perplexed. Mike looks very dazed and confused. And 11 is probably the only expression that you could really take something from, because she's just looking like almost like, what? How did that happen? So the big theory is this is the moment when she gets her powers back. Now, I don't know. I don't even know if that's been confirmed that she's going to get them back. But I'm very excited to see what happens here. Next, we have Erica, Dustin, and Lucas. I think in Nancy's bedroom, whatever it is, they look like they're having a lot of fun. Now, this thing right here that is circled, this is a Lite-Brite. I have seen a lot on social media where people think it's a computer, or like, what are they looking at? Is it a mirror? What is it? It's a Lite-Brite. And basically what you do is you plug in some pegs to make like an object or whatever, or you can spell out words and it lights up that drawing or writing or whatever it is that you did. But what I'm more concerned about is, why are they using it? And this is probably, I'm really, like surprised to see they look so happy, excited. So obviously, I think there's something they're testing. I don't know, it could be something to do with the upside down. But again, I don't know why they are using it. But yes, that is a Lite-Brite. So it's not not a computer. It's a Lite-Brite. So this next one is probably my favorite one out of all of these. It's Nancy and Robin in, zoom in, Pennhurst. That's right, the Pennhurst Asylum. Going to see, I think, Victor Creel. And this one's very creepy. Nancy looks terrified. Robin is terrified too, but because you can see right here, she's gripping onto the bars of that cell. They both look terrified. But what I found the most interesting about it is, number one, look at the name on her name tag. It says Ruth. So I'm thinking they are pretending to be someone else to get access. Maybe they've already tried to infiltrate the asylum or something. I don't know. But for whatever reason, they're trying to get their be like anonymous, I guess. But also look at what they're wearing. Like, that is not really 80s. That is like 50s. Especially look at Robin's wearing. You can definitely tell they are, I guess, dramatizing, I guess you'd say, when they go to, I assume, to visit Victor Creel in Pennhurst, because you can definitely tell that they have made it a point to conceal their identities. I'm very excited to see the asylum. I really am. So next, just a picture of Hopper. Nothing really going on in this one at all. We just get to see Hopper. It looks like he's looking at someone or something. But it's good to see him. Know he's alive. Next is Steve, Nancy, Max, and Dustin in front of a computer. Now, if you notice, right here on Robin's vest, that's the family video store. That is where, when we left in season 3, at the very end, Steve and Robin got jobs there, and that's where they're working now. This could just be something, I think it's from earlier on in the season, but this just could be something where Lucas and Max have approached Dustin and Robin, asking them to, or Robin, to look a movie up for them or something. Again, it could be also maybe they're looking for records or something. Who purchased a movie or something. I don't know, but they are or seem to be investigating something. So our last picture here, or still, is of Eddie Munson, Hawkins D&D, Hawkins High D&D club president. This is Dustin, and this guy over here, I think he's a new character. But yes, they are playing D. So you got the advanced D&D, and I don't really know where they are, but you can see right here, it looks like it's boarded up. I've heard some say this is the grill house. It could be, since it's boarded up, maybe they're up in that attic. But wouldn't that be really amazing if they were? Like, that's how all this started, in season 4 with the Upside Down, and that house is them playing advanced D&D in that creepy house. But it does seem like this is big boy D&D. Like, this is not in Mike's basement anymore. This really does look very scary. And you notice he's got this chair. It's like, I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with that. So that was today's, or that was the still videos. Hope you enjoyed this today, and I want to thank you all for watching it. And hopefully, we'll get that trailer. We can come in here and do the same thing again. So, this is Ashley saying over and out.